Fate ain't written, Artanis. The way I see it, if Zeratul believed you could make a difference in all this, and this fight's just begun.
Zeratul, old friend. I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation. And yet, faith alone will not defeat Amon. The Nerazim of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala. Because of this, they are now the last free Protoss. I must reach them before Amon's armies.
Is overrun. Loss of life is extensive. Hold. We are receiving a transmission.
Praise the gods. Artanis, you live.
Matriarch Vorazun, what has happened here?
Shakuras has fallen. The warp gate linking this world to Ire has been reopened. Countless hybrid and Zerg pour from the other side. They've obliterated our cities, decimated our Shadow Guard. We are trying to evacuate the remaining population, but I am uncertain whether we can hold long enough to get them safely away.
We will give you the time you need, Matriarch. My Templar are inbound.
The Zerg infestation is overtaking Talemetros. Our evacuation is already in great peril. Your aid cannot come soon enough, Hierarch. Shakuras teams with Amon's Zerg broods. We hold only the southwest quadrant of Talemetros, and even that is in peril. Evacuate our people, but the launch bays have been defiled with infestation. Only ground forces can clear them. Once the bays are free, the planetary warp conduit will allow our ships to escape safely.
The launch bays will be cleared. Your people will survive, Matriarch. This I swear.
You will need the aid of my Dark Templar in this battle. They can strike from the shadows without fear of reprisal.
Not enough mineral.
Artanis, I'm detecting a rift opening near your position. A Void Thrasher. By the gods, it's sieging the warp conduit!
Warriors, we must slay it before it destroys the conduit. Strike as one, Templar. The Thrasher is slain, but it will be for naught if the launch bays remain infested.
These vaults hold the solarite reserves that power Talemetros. You may claim them with our blessing, Hira.
There are 2 vaults left in the city.
Be careful. The spore crawlers and overseers ahead can detect our Dark Templars' movements. Slay them first. Thrasher. The conduit is under assault.
Matriarch Vorazun, the first launch bay has been cleared. Continue evacuating.
Fear is an illusion. I will confront. Fear is an
Has been eliminated. This would be an opportune moment to clear the launch bays. We have secured a second launch bay.
Well done. Half of the bays are launching evacuation ships. Thrasher has appeared. You know what must be done.
That should buy the conduit more time. We have purged the infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled.
I bask in the twilight.
Recovering the last solarite reserve now. The solar core should be augmented by the time our forces return, Hierarch.
Amon has sent another Void Thrasher against us. Slay it before the conduit falls.
Another Thrasher felled. Is there no end to these abominations? The launch bays have been reclaimed. Matriarch, you may complete the evacuation.
You have saved my people, Artanis, and they will never forget it. Despite this tragedy, I am pleased to see you once more, Hierarch. I had hoped that our next interaction would be your announcement of Aire's reclamation.
As did I. Instead, the Templar have fallen.
Then the threat is greater than I realized.
We cannot let the same fate befall Shakuras.
It is too late for that. Amon Zerg poured through the warp gate as a tide of flesh and blade. They have already overrun Talemetros and are nearing the shrines of Lazul. This world is lost. With such an infestation, Shakuras must be destroyed.
Destroy Shakuras? I will not permit this.
Permit? Shakuras was my people's home long before we offered yours sanctuary upon it. I will not let this world be a den for Amon's forces. Worlds may fall to ash. What matters is that we endure.
To lose Shakuras and Aire.
We are a vagabond people, Artanis. Our true home has always been Aire. Let us reclaim it together.
It is fitting that the daughter of Raja Gal decides the fate of the world she helped forge. Let us make preparations at once.
Hierarch, I have powered up a new ship subsystem. You can review it in the solar core now.
It is so empty without the Kala. The voices of my people, lost in darkness. Aire is lost, and now Shakuras hangs by a thread. Without the Kala, the Nerazim are free from Amon's corruption. And to think we called them heretics once.
Of all the Templar, you never wavered in the belief that our two peoples could live in unity. It is something I admired in you.
It is ironic to hear you say this. All this time, I believed you were reluctant to accept the unity I sought.
You and I had many a disagreement in the Twilight Council. For day by day, I saw my people losing what they were. I saw our precious old ways erode.
You wished to preserve them.
I am Nerazim, Dark Templar. I hold great pride in my people.
But you are also Protoss. That is the greater affiliation.
That is not what the Conclave believed when we were exiled long ago. Your kind had Aire. Our culture is all we ever had. The evacuation ships have reported in. All are present and are being escorted by the Spear of Adun. Many of my Dark Templar have volunteered to act as scouts for us. They will keep us aware of Amon's movements.
What have you discovered about the Keystone, Phase Smith?
Only that my skills may be inadequate to assess it.
Explain.
Imagine the Terrans obtained one of our fabrication matrices. Could their scientists ever understand its engineering? The task set before me is of a similar scale. The Xel'Naga were beings beyond our understanding.
Keep working, Karax. I have faith in you.
The Conclave would never have approved using the Spear of Adun, the last refuge of our civilization, to assist the Dark Ones. In alliance with the Nerazim, the Protoss have changed more than I ever could have imagined. The Dark Templar are heretics, exiles. We must be on our guard.
This was not an easy decision, but I would rather see Shakuras destroyed than overwhelmed by Amon Zerg. We have much to plan, Hierarch.